Mika, it's me.
What are you doing here?
I'm killing Zeds. What are you doing here?
I'm killing zombies.
Wait,
Zombies!
Get it behind you. Wait, I forget to turn on the gameplay, so it's a little bit. As you can see, this
Zombies!
is zombies.
Switch!
Get it.
Why?
I thought you were Zed.
I thought you were a Zed.
You look like a Zed.
Well, they got us all now.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone. This didn't go as planned.
Welcome to the zombie apocalypse. You have to be ready to adapt. Sometimes you forget to turn on the gameplay because there's too many zombies.
And sometimes you forget your line. But you never know because you don't know what the line is.
At least we're more organized than Epic Games.
Right.
Because we are now going to review a game called Killing Floor 2.
Which means there's a Killing Floor 1.
It does. Well, logically, it would mean.
Yeah.
This game is, in theory, I should refresh Epic Games page, but it's going to be free this week from the Epic Games Store. About half an hour after we started this live stream, the game disappeared. So we thought maybe...
we were a little bit concerned because a lot of games disappears from Epic, especially the multiplayer ones.
Yes.
And this is a multiplayer game.
It fit the pattern.
Actually, you can play either with up to 6 people, like cooperation, or 6 versus 6, so 12 together, where one side plays the shooting guys and other ones the monsters, because this is basically levels full of shooting monsters. If you like shooters, this is really just shooting, pure shooting.
Is there a story, Mikhail?
I don't think so. There's just Zeds. They call it them Zeds. They're basically zombies, and they attack you from all the sides, very different themed levels. I don't think there's any story really. Just kill them all. If
there is a story, it doesn't matter. Like just shoot everything.
Right.
Yeah.
But what matters is, should you play this game? Because this
question.
game looks good. It looks really good.
It's pretty.
It looks like other zombie games, actually. We had World War Z. That was third person. This is first person.
Reminded me of that quite a bit.
And this even feels like a sport, because the game is basically divided to waves, and between each waves, as you can see behind us, you're gonna have a possibility to buy new armor,
weapons and gear, and there are lots of weapons, and the weapons are pretty cool.
Yep.
Can I go first about this whole should you play it thing? Because I think I'll be quicker, actually.
Sure.
I know that would shock you, but it could happen.
Okay.
Because also I focused on playing this game as a single player.
Which is a multiplayer here.
Yeah, it's not how it's designed, so it's probably logical that I was not very impressed. I mean, there's a lot to like here. There's a great diversity of guns, of zombies,
of levels,
of locations. Yeah, and in the end, my conclusion was it's a cross somewhere between World War Z and Doom.
Okay,
if
that's a good combination.
If that seems fair.
That's a good
combination. Yeah, it just didn't grab me though. Now, to be fair, I'm not a big fan of just shooters. I need some kind of story or some atmosphere. This is just crazy shooting. But also the combat felt a bit muddled to me. The fact that you can't sprint and that
you can sprint, but it's really slow sprint.
Yeah, exactly. Like I always felt like, I mean, I think that's it. It felt like I was in a dream where I was trying to run away from monsters and I couldn't, which might be intentional because then you have to stand your ground and shoot.
Well,
fair enough.
I have to tell you that the more you level up, the faster you get. So you're really slow because you're the beginner.
Okay. This game is probably not really intended to be strong as a single player experience. It wasn't very strong for me. And also, it's extremely hard as a single player. You basically have no chance against the bosses if you're playing single player.
It's hard even in multiplayer, but it depends all on the team.
So, as a single player, it is a no for me. I do not think that you should play it single player. But, Mikhail, you had the experience in multiplayer.
Yes.
Go on.
So, what I really liked on this game is as you can see behind us, the headshots. I love the headshots. I love when there are the enemies and they're very different kinds. I love it.
It's
I
diverse,
love the game
very diverse, yeah.
because I'm gonna go straight into it. This is a great game if you like shooters and if you like a little bit of horror, because it might scare you. There's a lot of dark spaces and the waves keep coming, and there's even slow motion, and that's probably the best thing about it, because even though you play multiplayer, once it's slowed down, slow motion, like for a few seconds, you can do all the headshots and all the players, not just you. That's really interesting. And there's like 30 levels. All of them are very different visually. I would say the only one downside is your single player part if you're alone, but there's no reason to play it alone. Just you can, like, if you are really good at it, it's possible to play single player, because if you are alone, it's really hard, especially for the bosses. And the bosses in each level, they are like randomly generated, so you don't.
I had no problem with the first waves, but then as soon as it came to a boss, no chance. They're just far too strong of a health bar.
I didn't even finish the boss. I didn't kill the boss like my 5 rounds. And after I get really good team, that we were able to kill all the bosses, basically. It's all about the team here, and you can play with up to 6 players together.
Cool.
If you play against the monsters. But the monsters can be players too, so then it's really interesting.
Right.
Especially if you have friends to play with. But even with other people, it's really fun, because you have, after you finish each killing, you have a lot of points, and it's really encouraging to build your character, to improve it, to go faster, or more health.
Now, I've already
The only thing I don't like about this game, that it looks really nice, but there's a lot of invisible walls. So unless you know the map really well, you might think you can go this way or jump over the small fence, but it's not possible.
Now, I've seen a lot of people comparing this to World War Z, because that was also a free game from Epic, another shooter, zombies. Which one do you prefer?
It's really hard to say.
They're still quite different. Like,
I did like World War Z too, and this one is probably even more insane, because
it's
the World War
more...
Z is really insane and at some parts this is intense all the time, and I like the first wave is really easier, and the more you get people or the Zeds killed, the more difficult it is. It's hard to say. I cannot compare it. Even though it looks similar, I like both. I like both.
That makes sense. Well, guys, that is our review, bringing you 2 opinions of 2 different ways of experiencing this game. Let us know what you think in the comments. Tell us if you're going to play this. And most importantly, during this week that it's free, make sure to claim it, add it to your library. Even if you can't run it on your computer now, you don't have time to play it now, if you add it to your library this week, it's yours forever. You can install it whenever you want. So keep that in mind.
And if you are not subscribed to us, please subscribe, because we do all about the free games from Epic. And if you want even more free games, there's our friend Low Budget Gaming, and he covers all that.
Great
deals about the games and other free games on Steam and other platforms.
Guys, stay with us, because there's lots more free games coming from Epic Games. At least one free game every week. We will cover them. We will play them and review them in a live stream 15 to 30 minutes before they actually go free, so you know like what you can look forward to.
Sometimes they don't go free, but
sometimes there are surprises. Like this, we thought this would be a surprise. Well,
but we are very adaptive, so we adapt to this situation.
Yes, that's what we do. Just like a zombie apocalypse.
Right.
We adapt. Yeah.
So until next time, shoot some Zeds, and see you next time.
Bye. And for everyone who's still with us, guys, thanks for staying with us.
Yes, since this is live, we have a chance to discuss and get ready for another reveal, because in about
5 minutes.
How much? 5 minutes?
In 5 minutes,
yes,
we're going to see if these 3 games are actually free.
Yes.
And we will see what are the next